All right, Julia. I'm going to open up the file here, get into Animate. Hopefully this recording works. Hopefully you can watch it. But let's start here. Go into, if I get this full-size screen here. But let's see if I can find my file. I'll get it open. Okay, so this is my setup. There's a weird wireframe in it, and you can probably see it with the hillside. You'll probably see it once I get to just the hillside image. You can see it, but anyways, over here we're going to just delete the animations for it and start from scratch. If you want to fast forward it to the one part of me showing you the TweenMotion, you can. I was trying to make this as short as possible, but let's see, you got the image. I'm trying to line it up here with the rest of my other images here. Of course, I'm going to have to resize it. You can see it's got a weird wireframe to it. I don't know why. Notice one thing, the software is very touchy, and it's a little bit harder with the images overlapping each other. It's probably best if you just turn everything off except for the image that you're working with. But pretty much got it lined up where I want it. It's not long enough, so I have to add another image of it. So what I did was just Control C and then Control V for copy and paste, and then just put it on here and try to line it up together. You can use the arrows to kind of move it around. If you can't move it with the mouse, sometimes the arrows helps for those little small adjustments. So that looks good. Go ahead and turn those two off. So now that we have just the hillside, you want to convert it into a symbol. So go to modify, and then as you can see, it's not highlighted. That's because the image is not selected. You don't want to select just one image. Click down here on the bottom on the layer, and it selects everything in that layer. Then click modify. Then you can see it's highlighted. So modify, convert to new symbol or whatever, and you can name it whatever. I just used what they did in the handout. That was put the name of what the image is and then temp. You want to double click it over here in the library. Once you double click it, it should bring up top right next to scene 1. And then you're going to have to convert this again. So make sure the layer is selected. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Just name it whatever you want to name it. And then modify, convert, name it. I did hill animated. That's what I did to all my stuff. You can see on the right, I put all the animations for the double conversion to animate. So I knew that was the actual animation. Now we don't have to double click again. Just do insert TweenMotion, then click off of the bar and click on the 24th frame down here. You can see me circle around it. Then you go to properties and you want to drag it. And it doesn't have to be perfect. If it moves up and down, it doesn't matter because you can readjust it. But once you get it to where you want it, there you go. There's the blue dots. can see on the right side, I've got to about 650. I can show you a different way, or if you do like a different order. So I'll just go ahead and undo all this stuff all the way back. Alright, so we're back to just the symbol. Go to Insert TweenMotion. Now the whole bar at the bottom is highlighted. You can see I can still drag it and it still shows the blue dots. So I guess it doesn't matter about clicking on the 24th frame. I just did it because that's what they said in the handout. So that was a little bit easier. Now see, I haven't inserted the TweenMotion. You move it around, there is no blue dots. So you have to make sure you insert the TweenMotion first, then move the image to wherever you need it, and the blue dots should show up. Again, this I'm showing you right here. It's not perfect. See, mine's more of an angle, so I can bring it down a little bit to where the y-axis is 0, and there you go, it's straight. So it should work. So we'll click on scene 1. And recenter my artboard here, the stage. And then go Command Enter, and there you go. Now of course the hillside's moving way too fast. My grass is off, everything's off, but that's because I gotta reorganize everything now because I was trying to adjust it earlier. But if we can bring this all down, it should be good for right now. This is, not perfect. I've already got mine turned in, but this is just to show you the hillside. As you can see, it's still moving fast. So go back to library, double click on the temp one, and then stretch the frames out all the way out. I put mine at 370, and then click on scene 1, and then Command Enter, and then it should be moving, there you go, a whole lot slower. So that looks a whole lot better. Now of course my houses are out of place, but again, this was just to show you how to get that tween done. So hopefully this helps. If you have any more questions, just send me a text. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.